We mentioned this earlier. I'll mention it again. Tomorrow, 3 o'clock, a live edition of the Ultimate Cavaliers show. Jason Lloyd's still on his Caribbean cruise, so I'm bringing in some other friends to join me on the Ultimate Cav show. Tomorrow, we have a live 3 p.m. edition of the Ultimate Cav show coming to you guys tomorrow. No UCSS, but we have 2 live shows, Ultimate Cavs, Ultimate Buckeyes coming. So stay tuned for that starting at 3 o'clock. All right, talking about those Cavs. They beat the brakes off the Warriors again, despite not playing their best game. And we'll talk about the win in a sec. They've now won 7 straight games by double digits. They haven't played a single-digit game in over 3 weeks. But there was a stat that came out of yesterday's game that I wanted to bring to your attention. Are you guys aware that since the Cavaliers acquired Donovan Mitchell, so this is 2.5 seasons now, Steve, take it full. When Dean Wade plays, they're 88-33. That's a 60-win pace during the regular season. When Dean Wade doesn't play, they're 39-36. That's a 43-win pace season. This year, when Dean Wade plays, they are 22-1. He is not by any means one of their best players. He's not in that top 4. He's a fringe starter, first guy off the bench, but his impact on winning, you can see by the numbers on the screen, are evident. Dustin, Tyvis, G, can you put your finger on why Dean Wade is such an X factor when it comes to the Cavs in terms of winning and losing basketball games?
He's that gritty player. He's that one player that when you watch tape and you're like, you know what, I want every player on the team to play like Dean Wade. Now, what I do like about Dean Wade, when they start him at the 3, I think that he does a great job because he's so tall. Like, it takes over the fact that you have the little guards, because now you got 3 guys. You know, that's, what is he, 6'10"? What is it,
6'9"?
Yeah, 6'9", 6. Yeah, you got 3 guys that's 6'9" or above on the court that helps the defense when a Darius or a Donovan gets beat, things like that. So I think that's it. But he also has that 3, so you got to respect him on that 3. But what I like about him the most is that he crashes the boards. I tell you what, we talked about Jalen Tyson, and I was like, I love Jalen Tyson, what he did in college, a guy that could score but also get boards. I guarantee you Dean Wade is just like his mentor. I guarantee you, like, they're trying to get him groomed up to be like a Dean Wade, because, you know, like, he was brought up in the system. You know, he's not the star player. He's been developed through the Cavs and things like that. And I think that's why they love him. It's a guy that takes advantage of his opportunity. He goes out there. He might not be the flashiest guy, but when you need him to do what he needs to do, he's going to get it done. And that's kind of what you need. You need those bona fide role players that embrace the fact that they have a role and serve it.
I like the way, I mean, you said great things there. I mean, his height and his length are very important. The ability to shoot, obviously, is important in this offense. Like, almost everybody has to be able to shoot the 3 ball.
Yeah.
And for the most part, they can. This guy also plays good defense, you know. The 13 rebounds speak for themselves. Like, that's huge from a guy who can do multiple things. For whatever reason, he's the secret sauce, you know, when these guys, when he's on the court.
He's a glue guy.
Yeah, he's a glue guy. It's a good way to put it. You know, everyone else seems to play better when that dude's on the court. And certainly it's nice to have all the horses now as they're making this run. And, you know, it's kind of funny. I woke up this morning and I didn't stay for that game last night, I'm going to be honest with you. And I wake up and check the scores. I didn't stay for the Lions game either. I went to bed for that.
Man, you went early. I was
at bed like 9:30 last
I
night.
I made it to, it was a shaky first quarter. They took off. What was that, the second quarter where they took off, where Donovan just hit like 4 threes in a row?
Yeah, first half was shaky, second half was dominant.
When I seen Donovan start taking off like that, I rolled over and went to sleep. I said, it's done. It's over.
Yeah, I watched all that.
I mean, you held the Warriors
it was
under
done.
100
Donovan had with straight heat check. I was like, it's like he can't give me the ball. It don't matter where, give me the ball. Cash. I was like, yeah, this dude on another one tonight.
To put it in perspective, when you put Dean Wade in the lineup, you go from, if Max Strus is starting, you know, if you put him in the lineup, you're dealing with 6'5". Dean Wade is 6'9".
Max Strus still gets me, man. I don't see it.
We'll get to Strus in a sec. G, finish your weight point.
6'9". Now your front court is 6'9", 7 foot, 6'11", 7 foot. Either way, all depends on how big Jared Allen's afro is. But when you got a front line like that, and you got all three bigs that can move their feet. Dean Wayne moves like a guard. You got Evan Mobley that can, play on the perimeter. You can switch off anything. He's a good rebounder. So that gives your lineup a different type of punch. And the fact that he can knock down an open jumper is a beautiful thing. You don't have to run no plays for him. And he's a guy that's going to be able to switch off and play good plus-minus defense. So that's why Dean Wade, a.k.a. the Vanilla Wolf, is balling right now. Now, look, the first quarter, like you said, was a little shaky. I thought Golden State came out and they punched him in the mouth a little bit. But you know how a difference between a contender and a pretender is contenders always seem like if you up 20, it just seems like they're never quite
that's how Golden State. That's how
it's
Golden
not
State
like a
was.
real
It ain't a real 20, and a legit
you go
20.
Up, you go up 20 on Golden State back in the day. They cut it to 7
and you be like
15 seconds. You be like, what did
A
they go?
7-point lead wouldn't last a minute.
What are you talking about?
3, 2 layup, a bucket, 2 free throws. We was just up 30. What's going on now? Nah, the way they came at them at that barrage in late second quarter, third quarter, it was ridiculous. It was like, look, I'm gonna tell you what. The Cavs right now, they might not be the greatest team ever, but and this is crazy for me to say this.
Oh my!
Watch
it now. Watch it.
I haven't seen very many teams play like this and have people demoralized.
Can I give you the numbers on that, G?
I mean, go ahead, man.
These are all absurd stats. They're incredible stats, and kind of give you some context to how good the Cavs have been over this last 7-game stretch. So since losing to Miami, they've won 7 games in a row. It's their third separate 7-game win streak of the season. So they've only played 32 games. They have 3 separate 7-game win streaks. Since the loss to Miami, the Cavs have played in 336 minutes of basketball. They've led for 267 of those minutes. 267 of 336. The Cavs have won each of their last 7 games by double digits. It's just the third time in team history they have won 7 games or more by double digits. The longest streak they've ever had was 9. Their average margin of victory during this 7-game win streak is damn near 18 points. They're not just beating teams, they're beating the living piss out of teams. And as soon as a team tries to respond, the Cavs have another way to answer. And the list of teams in the NBA right now that have the answers to what the Cavs can do to you offensively is shorter than 3. I think it's 2.
It's the
and that's it.
The Hawks and the Celtics.
Are we going to start having a conversation about this team breaking records?
I think
What
we're
record are
very.
you- what
If
record
they
are you
win tonight,
I'm not saying it.
Dustin, if they
You know
win
what I'm
tonight,
talking about?
I know you ain't talking
Yeah.
about the one I think you're talking about.
the 73.
Yes.
So I asked that when they were 15-1,
No.
and I got scoffed at.
Yeah.
And now at 28-4,
We're
I do
approaching
think
the
we're
30
getting close.
wins.
How many games?
It's not
How many
happening.
games they need?
They're on a current. By the way, their win pace right now is 72. They're on pace to be right there.
That's
there.
That's my thought. Is like, man, if we get north of 40, and
Before another loss?
yeah.
Oh, well,
Or
and we get north
what-
of 40 before another
What's
loss.
their 40-5, 40-6?
You can talk me. You can talk me into
73-9 is the record, right? 73-9, 82.
Yeah.
That's Ohio
Yeah,
State
and
math.
as the NBA condenses its schedule and they start playing more games, they had that long break for the NBA Cup. The Cavs starters are playing 30 minutes a game. They're fresh and they're younger as opposed to some of the older teams. They're going to catch some schedule wins against teams with back-to-back. Dustin, I don't think it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think it's crazy either. I think
It's,
we'll
it's
start
too
having
early.
conversations.
It's too early to have it.
Hey, listen. It's
too early.
Nah, not what I saw.
It's
it ain't
too early to have
like,
it.
That early.
They gotta finish this West Coast trip for me.
Hey, I bet you when people seen Jordan play like at 84, somebody was like, "It's too early to be doing that." But there was somebody be like, "Nah, he's Timothy right now. He's him right now."
You are the Duke of knee-jerk.
But listen, what I did just to make sure I wasn't going crazy and my knees wasn't just doing stuff on their own. I went back after I watched the game. I watched the YouTube highlights of what the Bay Area and the Golden State announcers were saying. And these dudes the whole game, Look, they're like,
You know what?
oh my gosh, this team is down. There's nothing you
You
do.
know what?
This team,
Tonight is the one. They play the Lakers tonight, right?
They do. And the Lakers have had 2 days off.
If they do the Lakers like they did Golden State,
And LeBron,
I'm telling you
On
right
New Year's
now,
Eve?
yeah.
I'm coming back on Thursday, and we can have that conversation. They're 1,000% might beat the record because I
Hold
know
on, you can't say they 1,000% might beat the record. Put your chest on it. They're gonna beat.
they
the
might
record or
beat
not?
the record. They might beat the record. Right now, I'm like 2% that they gonna beat the
Hey.
record. They win this game tonight by double digits. I'm telling you.
But they're
I'm
playing. They're playing that style.
Because LeBron, they just got a new toy with Dorian Finney-Smith, who's a bigger guy. So they got more size, which is Cavs' kryptonite.
You don't have to worry about Dorian Finney-Smith being the
He's
the
shooting.
next kill. Not the
I'm
next
just
kill, the
saying,
Cavs kill.
he's
just
shooting.
really-
He's shooting a career
he
high
just
of
re-
threes right now. He's a
Man,
3-and-D guy.
Did you? If you watched that game,
I'm just saying,
every single time
LeBron ain't about to just sit there and let them just blow them out.
the Cavs is playing where they got this mojo
I'm-
and
all
this
right.
extra seasoning sauce on air. Sam Merrill's hit. Every time they shoot a three, it's like it's going in.
Okay.
Dude, I'm telling you right now. I had this conversation this morning with my buddy Chris, who I play tennis with every day, and we're big Cleveland sports fans. And he made the point. He's like, "This is they're the Warriors.
Yeah.
They're playing exactly like the Warriors. We may
I
not have
agree.
the names quite yet, like they had, but like this team is playing, and they stole their scheme with Kenny.
Yeah, stole it.
And they're executing. Like the Warriors would still be playing like this if they had the
If
players
they
we
had
have.
the personnel.
Yeah.
And like I take a look. Ty Jerome came in the game, right?
It was
And
sparking
Ty
up.
Jerome was when you start getting your role guys talking trash to starters, you know you on one. Ty Jerome coming in like, oh, I'm hot. I'm going between the legs off the glass, do what I want. Darius, I knew it was going to be a long night for him when Darius Garland was like, and one. When Darius Garland started doing that,
What's that supposed to mean?
bro,
Wait,
He's not very vocal.
he doesn't
Yes,
say
he
anything.
is.
And what? Early?
Yes, he is.
Hey, let me tell you something, Darius. Let me talk to you real quick.
Yeah, come on, because if he
Hey,
finished,
don't step up now.
No,
Don't step up now.
Oh no, because I just sent it in the chat.
Don't, you should have made me apologize earlier.
You right.
You should have.
You right.
That's your man. You should have been on me earlier. You let me slide. You let me slide.
Go ahead, the floor is yours. Go ahead.
Hey, listen. Hey, Darius, listen, man. Maybe it was the weight, dog. I don't know, man. Maybe it was the weight. He was going through something. But I got to give it to you right now. You are Himothy right now. You are doing your thing. I mean, G. Bush, I was right on half of it. I said y'all needed to get rid of JB. But let me tell you something. I always say, when you get new information, don't be an idiot and double down. And guess what? I wasn't trying to double down earlier. I was just waiting to see, kind of. But if you keep playing like this, dog, you get into the rack. You Uncle Drew now? You Uncle your float game is back. You just the step back is there. Hey, dog. Listen, holler at your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? I see you, dog. G. Bush, I gotta go ahead and get that to you
Thank you.
now.
Thank you.
Right now, Darius Garland. And I got to say it with a New York, Darius Garland is one of the best point guards in the league.
There we
and
go.
the backcourt tandem.
I appreciate that. You know, it made me. I had to sit here and deflect all
Yes.
last
Yes,
season
you-
about this. You know what? This is honestly right now what he's doing is exactly what you thought Deshaun Watson was going to do.
Facts.
And I said, I am the Darius Garland to your Deshaun
No,
Watson.
Watson,
But I ain't even
and he
gloating.
won that one.
Now, I
I
will
can't-
say, if he
can't believe he won that
finishes in the 50, 40, 90 club, it's done. It's done. I don't want to hear nothing else. No slander from Darius Garland again. He finished 50, 40, and 90. Come on, man. There ain't too many people. There ain't too many guards out here that's doing that.
Oh, man.
I want to tie this kind of back to the Dean Wade thing real quick and tie it into Dustin's comments about the Warriors earlier. Part of the reason the Warriors were so successful was everyone knew exactly what they were expected to do on a nightly basis, and very infrequently did they deviate from their design roles, right? And when you go to look at Dean Wade's just a connector. He's a guy you can put in with almost any lineup, whether he's the 3, the 4, playing the backup 5. He makes the normal basic basketball play and doesn't get in everyone else's way that allows the Dariuses, the Donovans, the Karis LeVerts, the whoever else to make the plays that they're capable of making. How often do you see Dean Wade try and take a guy off a dribble, beat him one-on-one? Never. Why?
That's not his game. Yeah, that ain't
How
his
often
game.
do you see Dean Wade post up not post up, but find his way to the corner and wait for the pass? Almost every possession. Why? Because that's what he's being asked to. He plays good defense. He's always in the right spot. His rebounding numbers from an advanced analytics standpoint are as good as almost anyone on the Cavs. The Cavs are a significantly better rebounding team when he's on the court than when he's not, regardless of who he's playing in the front court with. He just makes those little plays that don't necessarily show up in a box score that allows everyone else to flourish. And that's why I think he's the perfect guy when healthy, and that when's a giant factor because he misses way too many games, to be that starting three if everyone else is healthy, because he doesn't need the ball. He plays defense. He makes them a better rebounding team. He gives them some size, and he just does all the little things that lead to winning. Those numbers we started with, 88 and 33 when he plays since the Mitchell trade, 39 and 36 when he's out. To me, it's a no-brainer anymore, guys. If he's healthy, he's your three.
I'm telling you, that's why Jalen Tyson is going to be him in like 4 years. Didn't Kenny Atkinson come from the Warriors?
Yeah.
He did. He was there the last 2 seasons.
He took their whole philosophy and just applied it to the Cavs.
It's the holy grail. The Cavs got the holy grail of offense right now. They mix black ball and white ball at the same time. Let me explain. Donovan Mitchell be out here with these electric step backs.
He got a heat check.
He got electric step backs. I mean, he's stepping back all over the place. Darius Garland is giving him the shake and bake at the top of the key. Look, that's it. That's quick too. That's quick bang. Look, but then what makes it lethal is when you got the white dudes backdoor cutting people. That's demoralizing. It's almost like getting dunked on. Getting like if McNuggets is backdooring you, it's crazy. It's almost a highlight because you're just like, because he's wide open. You're like, who's man? Oh, layup. When you got both of them joints working at the same time, how do you stop that? And then you got Sam Merrill who comes off all screens, or Niang, or like, it's crazy.
Sam Merrill comes to the game, looks like he just left choir practice.
Just left church.
Yeah.
And he looks like one of them televangelist choirs where they do rock songs at church.
Yeah.
And they do praise and worship for the whole 2 hours with a guitar. Yeah. This dude, Sam Merrill, comes in with that little crew cut and is killing y'all. I can't explain it. I don't know what it is. But the way they did the Golden State Warriors and how I was listening to them talk about how the Cavs is just unreal and how, they look like they're a team that nobody can handle. And I said, they see Steph and Clay and Draymond. They talking about the Cavs like this.
Do you think that the Lakers, like tonight, are going to this game thinking the way we thought about the Warriors back in the day? When we had to face a team like the Warriors, as Cavs fans, we felt like we need our best game to win that game.
Yeah, I think,
or to even really be in the game.
Yes,
frankly.
Dustin, 1,000%.
Yes.
I think
if Bron and AD ain't coming 25 to 30 apiece, they don't have a shot.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if Bron and AD do not give you those numbers, the Cavs will win this by 40.
And it's
probably.
And I'm usually never at a loss for words, but when you see teams that is 1 through 10 doing this, and you playing on the road, they act like in the second half, they didn't even act like they cared that you was there.
The fact that they're doing this on a West Coast trip is because I told you historically, whether it was the Browns, the Guardians, or the Cavs, when we go to the West Coast for some odd reason, we can't win. The fact that they 2-0 against some good teams, that's
and then look. And by the way, we are diminishing this. Jared Allen. When did you start getting freaky on these dunks?
That was maybe his best dunk of his career.
That was wild. I said, oh, man, when did you get this package? I mean, that was clean.
We got a Didi. We're going to bring her in 1 sec, but I just want to make one last point to Dustin's comment of the Lakers feel like they have to play awesome. Their starting backcourt is Austin Reeves and Max Christie. And those two have to be tasked with slowing down and/or not outscoring, but keeping up with Darius and Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, the Lakers have to play a damn near perfect game to win. It's a terrible matchup for Lakers.
And guess what? Mobley only had 7 points last
So
game.
did.
Yeah.
What if he bought? See that's
They're a
it's too
well-oiled
much.
offensive machine that
Too
is
much.
damn